IPD contractual principles are those that may be written into agreements. They include key participants are bound together as equals, whether it is a minimum of owner, architect, and contractor, or a broader group including all project participants essential to the project success. A contractually defined relationship as equals support collaboration and consensus-based decisions. Shared financial risk and reward based on project outcome. Here, tying fiscal risk and reward to overall project outcomes rather than individual contributions encourages participants to engage in best for project behavior rather than best for stakeholder thinking. Liability waivers between key participants. When project participants agree not to sue one another, they are generally motivated to seek solutions to problems rather than assigning blame. Fiscal transparency between key participants. Requiring and maintaining an open book environment increases trust and keeps contingencies visible and controllable. Early involvement of key participants. Projects have become increasingly complex, requiring all participants essential to project success to be at the table early allows greater access to pools of expertise and better understanding of probable implications of design decisions. Intensified design. The cost of changes to projects increase in relation to time. Greater team investment in design efforts prior to construction allows greater opportunities for cost control as well as enhanced ability to achieve all desired project outcomes. Jointly develop project target criteria. Here, carefully defining project performance criteria with the input, support, and buy-in of all key participants ensures maximum attention will be paid to the project in all dimensions deemed important. Collaborative decision making requires key project participants to work together on important decisions, leverages pools of expertise, and encourages joint accountability. IPD behavior principles are those that are necessary for project optimization but are ultimately choice-based. These include mutual respect and trust. Here, nurturing a positive environment requires deep appreciation for the motivations of all project participants. If they do not operate in an environment of mutual respect and trust, performance erodes and participants retreat to best for stakeholder behaviors. Willingness to collaborate. Collaboration is ultimately a behavioral choice. It is important to nurture an environment that supports and encourages participants to choose to collaborate. Open communication. Collaboration requires open, honest communication. If project participants are reluctant to share ideas or opinions, opportunities for innovation and improvement may be missed. Catalysts for IPD are those that can be greatly beneficial for optimizing project results. These include multi-party agreements. In this agreement, a contract between all key project participants that includes all of the contractual principles outlined above, as well as aspirational language about behavior, can support IPD projects. Building information modeling. These are tools of building. The tool of building information modeling, especially employed in a collaborative setting, can greatly enhance collaboration, sharing of information, and streamline project design and construction. Lean design and construction focuses on maximizing value, minimizing non-value added support, and elimination of waste. Lean design and construction techniques are a natural fit for IPD projects. Lastly, co-location of team. When key project participants can be co-located, opportunities for collaboration and innovation increases. Project commitments are more likely to be met when one becomes closer to one's teammates. In IPD, the three collaboration levels are collaboration 1, this typical, collaboration not contractually required. Here, the common contract types are open book, cost plus with a GMP fixed fee. Common procurement methods include for design, qualification-based selection, for construction, qualification-based selection, or best value. Collaboration level 2 is termed enhanced. Some contractual collaboration requirements include early participation of stakeholders, use of BIM, and sharing of models, and etc. Common contract types include open book, cost plus with a GMP, and fixed fee. Common procurement methods for design is the qualification-based selection, for construction, qualification-based, or best value. And then collaboration level 3, which is required for IPD, is collaboration required by a multi-party contract. The common contract type is multi-party, open book, cost plus with a GMP. Shared financial risk reward tied to project outcome. And then common procurement methods include for design qualification-based selection, for construction qualification-based, or best value. So as you can see from this slide, that as you go from level 1 to level 3, you have higher level of collaboration, and the typical basis of reimbursement is either a GMP or no GMP, some costs that are guaranteed. So again, level 1 to level 3 increases the level of collaboration within IPD. This slide shows the IPD elements in project decision flow. The top flow chart shows an IPD structure, and the bottom flow chart shows the project decision flow. More detailed discussion on IPD structure and project decision flow will be presented on slide 12 of this presentation. Industry stakeholders communicate that complexity of project is increasing, workloads are growing under shorter and shorter time frames, risk management and liability control are increasingly expensive, and the industry exists in a litigious culture with a wide range of motivations under sometimes strong stereotypes. These factors all contribute to creation of an environment of increasing pressure. Three in particular warrant closer attention. The first is lean construction, lean project delivery to increase efficiency, building information modeling as a catalyst, and sustainability. So what this slide shows is the where the industry needs to be with respect to integrated project delivery, lean economic pressures, building information modeling, and sustainability. So the intersection where the yellow arrow is pointing is where the industry needs to be. What do we mean by lean construction, lean project delivery? The lean approach to construction is drawn from principles developed in manufacturing. The overriding goal of lean approach is to minimize the waste in the delivery of the project through the optimization of all resources without duplication of effort. A common definition of lean construction is the continuous process of eliminating waste, meeting or exceeding all customer requirements, focusing on the entire value stream, and pursuing perfection in the execution of a constructed project. So key definition here is waste, which means overproduction, waiting, unnecessary transport, overprocessing, excessive inventory, unnecessary movement, defects and rework, not using employee talent, environment, or energy. Value stream is defined as the entire flow of information and material flow that makes up a process and include identification of the value added, non-value added, but required, and value added activities within the process. Lean is not a set of rules, but an approach to project first thinking. Themes within this approach include standardization of metrics, long-term commitment, management commitment, and application with enthusiasm at all levels. Common suggestions for lean implementation include continuous training, just-in-time delivery, shared risks and rewards, BIM, decision making at the last possible moment, and last planner scheduling. IPD Level 3 collaboration is a delivery methodology that fully integrates project teams in order to take advantage of the knowledge of all team members to maximize the project outcome. Integrated project delivery is the highest form of collaboration because all three parties, the owner, architect, and constructor, are aligned by a single contract. Outlining the team structure assists the team in establishing decision-making procedures. The PMT is primarily charged with making all day-to-day decisions. However, a consensus must be reached by all three people. If a consensus is not reached, the SMT is consulted. The owner should carefully identify its PMT representative, as this individual will need to make decisions on the project. Slow response by any member of the PMT will delay the project and potentially hinder the outcome. The PMT is also responsible for budget management. With IPD, there is joint sharing of profits and losses through a profit incentive pool. In order to be profitable on the job, team members must maintain the project budget. Therefore, all team members are incentivized to stay on track and validate the design, not only at the end of the project phases, but throughout the process. Level 3 collaboration, as discussed previously on slide 9, not only changes process, but also team dynamics and behavior as well. Team members must believe that they are working for the project instead of their respective companies. Individuals must accept responsibility jointly with a "we've got each other's backs" mentality instead of the cover yourself mentality. By owning design intent as well as budget and schedule performance, the entire team is compelled to focus on quality instead of making changes for the individual company's best interest. One method of establishing this cohesiveness is co-location. Co-location during both design and construction brings together the right people at the right time, aiding in establishing team relationships. Co-location is most effective for the project implementation team, as these are the ones responsible for designing, detailing, and constructing the project. It is beneficial for the owner project implementation team member to take part in co-location. These activities are more productive in a collaborative environment. The PMT responsible for the shared project schedule and budget have found that weekly conference calls with both audio and visual are effective ways of working together. Co-location involves not only the design and construction team members, but also early involvement of trade contractors and suppliers. In order to leverage the knowledge of the trade contractors, it is best for them to be part of the IPD contract. These subcontractors, like the three primary parties, should be incentivized to construct a better project. While not all subcontractors are necessary as part of the IPD agreement, it is best to determine which have a significant role and include them in the agreement. This way, both the architect and engineer can have a direct relationship with subcontractors during design and construction instead of through the contractor only. While co-locating, team members should determine who is best suited to complete a task in order to eliminate redundant effort. For example, fire protection branch piping layout can be designed and modeled by the subcontractor with design engineer input instead of the fire protection design engineer modeling and then the subcontractor. This will result in a better coordinated project as well as project savings.